Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Call Halalim La Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai. Double honors to our apostles and elders who rule well within this ministry and taught us this amath, which is the truth. Peace, love, and salutation to the hopeful elect that preach this truth of the four corners of the globe, risking their lives and freedom to do so. Shalom, shalom. All right, it's the brother Shamaria from the GMS Cleveland branch. Lord willing, this lesson be edifying. All right, once again, going into the judgment for worshiping this beast system and receiving that tiny technology. All right, there will be a grievous and bitter judgment, all right, for those who bow the knee to this devil Esau Edom and his system, which is idolatry, man. All right. Revelation chapter 16, verse 1. And I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the seven angels, go your ways and pour out the vials of the wrath of Yahweh upon the earth. Because those vials are plagues. All right. Verse 2. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the MOTB, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the MOTB, and upon them which worshipped his image. What is that grievous sore, man? That vial that was poured out. Okay, that noisome and grievous sore. That vial that was first of all, the vial that was poured out is talking about those ICBM missiles being launched. Okay, because that's what's going to cause the noisome and grievous sore, which is that's a part of prophecy. These other nations, they have nuclear weapons. All right, they have missiles. They have them, man. North Korea, Russia, China, and etc., man. They have these different weapons, you know, to be able to go to war with America, Esau and his military, man. So eventually it's going to come upon a time where the Lord is going to put the spirit on these other heathen nations to launch those missiles upon America. And in return, America's going to launch missiles as well, which is going to be the start of World War III and the ending of this time period, the ending of Esau's reign. But not to digress, those ICBM missiles are going to burn and consume this land, America, and those who dwell therein. Those who be left in this land are going to be left for those missiles. All right? They're going to be left for to burn and to scorch you, man, to torture you. And this will be the second death for all of those who receive that tiny technology, for all those who've trusted in this society, bowed the knee to Esau, bowed the knee to Esau's philosophy, his Scientology, trusted in his religion, you know, trusted in his wickedness. They're going to die by way of intercontinental ballistic missiles and that fire that is going to bring, man. That's the grievous sore upon the men that's going to receive the MOTB. The MOTB is that tiny technology, man. Revelation 14:9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, that charagma, all right, that mark is the charagma, which means a stake or a pail. That stake or pail is that tiny technology. All right, it says, verse 10, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. So as you know, the scriptures is written in parables. All right, and this is a parable symbolizing the judgment that those people are going to receive for taking that tiny technology. The wine is bitter, man. All right. So those who drink of that wine, meaning you're going to drink that bitter judgment. You're going to receive that bitter judgment without mixture, no chaser, man. All right. You're not going to have anything to water down the judgment. You're not going to have anything to comfort you, console you. The Lord not going to spare you no type of mercy. It's going to be straight judgment, straight bitter judgment. All right. It says, into the cup of his indignation, his righteous anger. It says, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels. That same torment from the fire and brimstone is the same grievous sword that I was talking about in Revelation, the 16th chapter. All right. So that fire and brimstone is going to come from that nuclear heat, that fire that the nuclear missiles are going to bring, man, once they touch down. And then it says in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb, because Yahweh Shah is going to be there, man. All right. In the midst of these missiles being shot off, raining down, Yahweh Shah is going to come back, man, on those chariots. And those chariots are also going to put people to death as well. Okay. Because the fire going to be shooting out those chariots as well. You're going to have chariots redeeming brothers and killing other people, man. Shooting out fire, shooting out laser beams, man. All right. So in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb, in the presence of the elect, in the presence of the angels that dwell in the heavens, and in the presence of the Yahweh Shai, these things are going to happen. Verse 11, and the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they shall have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name, which is that 666, man. That 666 is attached to that MOTB, which is the tiny technology, man. So once you receive that tiny technology within your body, you have taken on the name of Esau. You're married to this devil Esau, man. You no longer have control of anything. You have no control of your money. You have no control of your body. You have no control of what you say, what you do. Esau has full control. All right. You're basically his robot, and he has the controller to basically control your ass. You know, you're no longer, you know, your spirit no longer belongs to the Most High. You belong, well, ultimately, of course, your spirit belongs to the Most High. Obviously, he's the Father of spirits, but you're no longer able to repent. You can't repent from this shit, man. You see that MOTB, you can't repent from it. You can't try to dig it out of you, cut open and try to dig the chip out. Nah, man. You've already received your reward, your consolation, by way of taking that MOTB and trusting in Esau, Edom, and his society, and his plan, and trusting in Esau's military, trusting in Esau's confinement systems, and trusting in his agendas and plans. This is Revelation chapter 19, verse 1. And after these things, I heard a great voice of much people in heaven saying, Hallelujah, salvation and glory and honor and power unto the Lord our power, Yahweh. For true and righteous are his judgments. He hath judged the great whore. It said he hath judged the great whore which did corrupt the earth with her fornication, and hath avenged the blood of his servants at her hand. So look, how is the Lord going to judge the great whore? The great whore is talking about America. All right. Why is America called the great whore? Because America has, slept with these committed fornication with these other nations, spread its philosophy, spread its wickedness, and made deals and treaties and trades with these other nations, and polluted these other nations with the philosophies and different doctrines of America, of Esau, Edom, this devil. That's how the earth is corrupt, under the fornication, the deceptions, the philosophies, the evil influences of Esau, Edom. All right? The practices, the witchcraft, and different, breakings of the laws was spread about because Esau had put these other nations on to his wickedness, to his idolatry. All right? So eventually the judgment that this great whore is going to receive is fire. And all of those people who join together, everybody who's for, everything that Esau pushes, his fornication, different philosophies and doctrines, witchcraft, celebrating these fucking holidays, which goes back to idolatry. All right, whatever it is, whether you be in the entertainment industry, the fucking whether you in the sports industry, you're an athlete, a high-ranking athlete. If you in Esau's industry, you're gonna receive that judgment too, man. Or whether you just be a regular nigga, all right, on the street, that trusting his military, trusting his place, or you just, you gonna receive that judgment, man. Because eventually, Esau gonna come down with that great wrath, and he gonna make it mandatory for you to get that tiny technology. James chapter 1, verse 12. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life which the Lord hath promised to them that love him. All right, and the great temptation is going to fall upon the whole world when that MOTB is made mandatory. So blessed is the man that endureth that great temptation, who don't receive Esau's MOTB, who don't worship this place, don't worship the image of the beast, man, which is Rome all over again. All right, which the only people who's not going to receive that MOTB, the only people who's not going to worship the image of the beast is those people who are redeemed by the blood of Yahushua, the elect. The people that the elect, the 144,000 souls that's spoken about in Revelation, the 7th chapter, and the great multitude that's also spoken about in Revelation, the 7th chapter. Those are going to be those blessed people that's going to endure that time of temptation when the whole world is tried, man. Because that's the goal. We trying to receive the crown of life, man. We trying to be beamed up on chariots and receive salvation. Even if we got to die for this truth, man. Even if we got to die for not taking the MOTB. If we have to be martyrs, so well. So be it, man. It's a win-win situation. You die for this truth, you're going to be the first risen up on them chariots, man. Okay? So with that being said, I'm going to close out giving all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Double honors once again to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who are well. Shalom, shalom, mawathala babal.